Hi, welcome to part 5 of the Aepica of the Truth of Ages. I left you off mentioning a large circle on my right leg, chest hairs that look like a falcon or eagle covering this lion's corazon. As I have Eternal Father's written name seen on top of the Great Pyramid of Cairo, so it is written between my forebrow jaw, one seen, one not. Remember, the newer updated Google Earth programs have more light added around the Great Pyramids, whereas you can see, with older programs, written letters stand out and for a purpose of Eternal Father's will. For I never knew there was letters up there and his face and name inside on the airshaft stone plug. Did you? Timing is of the utmost essence between the black and the white mirrors. The snake charmers in India toot their horns so the cobras will rise, but the serpents will lie still for them to know that Father has returned, just as they were signaled with fireballs of the fallen dark prince Zathanal-Hatapta, and the boom in the realm of Immateria was heard around this earth. So now you know the forbidden name of Satan, the fallen dark prince Zathanal-Hatapta, or Nathan, God-given. Not only do you know his name, but I've also shown you his face, and where he lies, which you can witness. Be well and fear not, for there is ipse in all this confusion. And if you reflect on the Bible and the Old Testament, when God the Father discovered what sin had been committed, he said, "Of what thou hast done," or "What hast thou done?" To our glorious double falcons, Min son to Jati, son of King Menes of the royal crown of Jamin, Jet equals Jeb equals Jeb, with the G. As the sun also sets and rises commemoratively, for many are we, and more for Aeons. Hath done, Hathor, hat of H, hat of hermetic hatreds. December the 10th, 3474 BC, 808 AM, one sun for another. But another is sealed eternally, and ne'er will be let loose in any aeon of Aejon's kingdoms. Nix the black book, return to you as you are. Remember, you must see the ugliness before the beautiful ipse, for there is a ptah and not a ptah Hellenized. Ptah is father, not it, or pata, with no H at the end. You see, your vanities for Egypt can also be your downfalls. Do not hate nor do evils, but return to you and never shew. When these works come to pass as the purpose of Eternal Father's will, you will one day see Egypt restored in her true splendor by a true king of men. Fear not, but bear witness, for I am written, Menessus, Azure Min, King Polygetic's men, Sword of Avila, Armored Rogue Knight, Slayer of the Black Dragon of Obsidian, Water of the Garden of Avila in Tanzania. Bear witness and preserve these works to be immortal. I love you all to never fall. Sperenze, Science and Spirit Forever, PJTCM, Riven the Seer, Royal Bloodline 2, Atlantis. To cure yourself of the curse of the devil's star, rats, empower the pyramids to always stand for your unisons of light. The secret of the Star of David is to take it apart and not to mirror. The centerpiece is an upside-down coffin, surrounded by 3+3 pyramids made up of one right-side-up pyramid and one toppled upside-down pyramid brazen with the burning bush as serpent eights. Draw a line, join the 6 pyramids on either side, and you have the rip in the fabric of time, or a tree of sideways pyramids. On the horizontal, you would have 3 up and 3 down in mirror image. The risen Trinity, Father, Son, and the Spirit Mother, risen A's. Fallen Trinity, 3-headed dragon, the fallen Z's. Yah, Mother, red dragon, Father, horned asp, Son, fallen Z's. Join the 2 3's together and you have the 6 serpents whose number is 08880. The Rothschild secret and the Prince of Darkness, Baron von Ben Herr Frau Hermaphrodites. All is not vanity, Ben of Jasmin, for from my father you fell for Zin. Notice I didn't say Ben Yamin. Meyer Amschel de Rothschild, 1743-1812 AD, German Jewish, Hamish, with an H. Founder of the Rothschilds, who was born in the little crooked house of Eliza, literally. A crooked man once walked a crooked path. How to straighten path of Ptah. Inherited his Nazi soul from the Dark Prince for all the world's wealth. He really didn't have a choice considering the evil power of Eliza's offspring from Athrat and Sekhmet of Snowfru. That's Nasi with an S, not the Z in Europe. 3474 BC Egypt. The Dark One who toppled our earth in 6482 BC changed white to black, and not necessarily people but animals and trees as well. That is why Kenya is Kemsyar, the Rift Valley where the Rothschilds Manor estate sits near a cursed kingdom in Kenya, where the giraffes can look over the walls near Nigarongawango. Just south across the border is the true garden of creation in Tanzania. Now, one of you 6 billion have told us this, like our Father's name on top of the Great Atlantean Pyramid in Cairo. So listen, and listen well, to understand the curse upon the Rothschilds and others like the Rockefellers or what have ye, though it pains them and their allies to witness these greatest scribes upon themselves. For a true scribe is the scrivener of royalty. One white and one black, the chessboard is set, white knight to take black bishop, queen to mate. Who is the queen, Ben? Canada and Britain? Both have on their shields the lion and the unicorn. Both shields have a crown around the neck of the unicorn and chained to the ground. Imperial enslavement. No crown or chain on the lion's neck. The Rothschilds emblem does not have the chain around the unicorn. You can't own the Rothschilds, but you can own governments or nations. Sell a horse for $2.5 million, buy it back for $20 more, place value on market, as some say on the internet. Which means that they are owned by Rothschild, and the Rothschild governor of counselors tells them what to do for the 52 stars of Abraham of 72, the 70 priests, and the 2 giants, Sephirim, of Zinov Heru and Zekmet. Code to the safe in the Rothschilds' manner by decoding their shield. 5, 7, 3 are 15, while 6 and 3 are 9, and 3, 4, and 1 are 8. 4 to the left, 3 to the right, 4 to the left, and 3 to the right. 5 is 10 for the line of a dark eagle, 10 to the core. Everything else is great poupon, as you see on your befuddled House of Commons or Assembly of Nations meetings on TV with the political false-sleeve jargon of confusion in an endless circle like the serpents entwined that they worship, as they too are carved in the seats of Cathedral A, France, for the sound of horns. Pretty much like the presidential speeches with the broad arse black sponge bale squareheads inside their puppet heads and on TV behind them, burning in the bush. The Rothschilds are German Jewish Zionists or ZZ Top, World Bank holders, financiers, Bilderbergers, etc. run Canada, America, Britain, Australia, Europe, the Sinai, Egypt, slithered towards the eastern market with their war stratagems of Iraq and ex-Vietnam to hiss in the burning bush of twin serpents. This sets strategic losses for dirt-filling rulers' places pawns, while destroying valuable relics and pilfering money from nations' banks or museums and raising the economic market for oil or interested parties, and, of course, Socrates' favorite lesson of law, how not to repay your debtors who can't tell a pigeon from a pigeonette. Although you think it's a war for a good cause, it's really just blowing up a piece of the dam to clear the path to the east, which, of course, big money returns in the end and more arms build up for. Why, just for Elise's fun, of course, and to protect the son of the lost, Solomon, of course. For Freemasons worship him also, for 33 is Satan himself. But like his topsy-turvy world, you have to face the threes together, like the pillars of Boaz and Joab. So they form the number 8, or the eternally trapped number of time in your computers. So to be 33 is also to be like Hillel and 88, or a serpent or demon or daemon or Hermes Trismegistus. Sort of gives you a clear eye of the Twin Towers. Kill much more birds with 2 stones rather than 1 in the bush, for better to have a bush of 2. They gain the money from insurance and media coverage and justice, which all goes back to the Rothschilds and other investors, and they get to do a stewie of the delicious idea to collect thousands of souls for their baron master by the act of an evil deed, which makes them all turn into rats and squeak with joy, then go run in a hole to collect Giuliani cheese. At the same time, the tremendous costs of rebuilding the towers are avoided, and the stock market is tainted with blotted ink to better hide false transactions or deals of selling the horse, of course, said the horse, or some people say of conversations today. It's all about money, because the more money you have, the easier it is to sin for your own vanities and fantasies and fuel their arms build-up of other financial traps. Too much of anything. Then again, who was wealthy enough to build the Twin Towers back in the 60s? Onassis, Hughes, Rockefeller, and Rothschilds, who, like Canada's Bronfmans, have family ties, much like the Jobs of Gates or the Gates of Job, who control your corrupted computer mediums with serpent codes of 08 for Windows and Mac 40 for Apple. Most prominent authorities you will find have serpent names like Gates and Jobs or Bush, or H names, Z names, Ben's, Eli's, washing tons of people down the drain in government and religious centers for their very, very long arm, not including Ares Mites of Eliza, Army, and the lights of Eliza who wear your defense and police uniforms. Hoover, Truman, Roosevelt, Nixon, Clinton, Raghen, Sessions, etc., all code names of black libraries like the libraries in your schools and internet educational studies or universities known as the Ben Zaidman libraries of Elise's hellhoers with brim-speckled glasses, like those teachers who gave that voodoo doll of Elisa to my stepdaughter, no doubt, and a paper towel roll with a pyramid inside trying to trap me with this star.